Welcome to the H history part 2. It's been like 500 years, so now it's finally time to do a part 2. So I forget where we left off, so I'm just gonna make up the rest. So basically there was this eraser guy, but he I don't know, he died or something. But then the H was fighting the E, but then oh no, there's a nuke. Ah! Oh no! And then what happens is that the nuke uh uh it turns around at E, and then it shoots at E, and then the E is like, oh no! And then the E starts going up in toxic gases and blah, blah, blah. And then but the E rebels and decides to shoot a long thing. It decides to shoot a long green missile at the H country. So it shoots that, and then it's like, oh no! And then the missile just blah, blah, blah. And then it turns around, and then it shoots at the E, but then it eats some of the E country. And then the E country is like, oh no! The E country is mad because they didn't get their land back. So, so now there's someone who has to stop the war. And that, oh, oopsies, don't look at that. But that person is named, uh, 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 is this guy, this, I don't, oh god, oh no, oopsies, let's just, okay. Okay, so the real person to stop them is the helicopter. Now the helicopter, oh wait, it has an H on it. Now the helicopter comes in, and the helicopter's like, hey, stop fighting! So the helicopter turns around, and it absorbs the E country, and and then the helicopter just, I don't know, it leaves the chat. But now the E country is dead. But now H owns the Earth. Yeah, but there's one more competitor. So basically, they have to fight this guy. He looks very cool, but the sun, he's the Lord of the Sun, but basically he comes in and he's like, stop. But then the H doesn't listen, so he becomes paper, and then he decides to take over the H, and they're like, oh no! So they keep up the EH, and then they keep feasting and feasting and but then the Golden Ronald comes in and he's like, hey, you need to stop that! And then Golden Ronald's like, I don't know what's going with this, but then the H country grows bigger because Golden Ronald gave them power, so now the country just expanded. Yeah, also now there is grass everywhere. And there is also water. How did this happen? But basically now they look like something. They also now acquired this new thing called, they acquired this. Now what are they gonna do with this? Well, they're gonna build houses. Gonna be like Minecraft. So they use a box and then house. Yep, that's how the ancient H people built houses in 100,000 BC. So they take boxes and they build, and they build, and they build some more. until they build the greatest structure on Earth. Which is the cardboard H. Now the cardboard H is really cool, but uh-oh, the E's are angry, even though they did the, if you now you may not think they have land, but if we actually zoom in, like right here, this land right here, wait, hold on, no, this area of land right here is E land. They own this tiny territory right here. You can't really see it, but if you keep zooming in even more, you'll find out that there's an E here, which is bad. So what they do is they decide to launch the biggest rocket. They launch a rocket. It's sort of big, but they take this rocket and they take the rocket and then they shoot it at the H, and then the H is that, which is really sad because then it knocks over the H, and the H is now dead. Oh god. Okay. So then the H sadly dies of death and destruction due to war criminals and being big bad stuff. But now there's this big hole. There's this big lava hole here, and the H people and the E people don't know what to think of it. But then something rises out of the hole. Behold, the number 42. Now you may be wondering, what is the number 42? Well, the number 42 is actually the greatest number in all of history, and 42 expands, taking over the H country. So now it's 42 land. The H isn't going to take that level of disrespect. So H decides to send out a mutant H to kill the 2. So he attacks all these 2s, and then the 4 gets angry and uses his super thingy to kill H, and that's sad. But then the E people all the way over here see this mass destruction, and they don't want to be next. So what they do is they activate their secret button. What does their secret button do? Okay, it does that. It basically, it's a self-destruct, killing basically everything. They didn't want to use it, but they had to, knowing what the 42s do. So now everything is dead, and H is dead, and E is gone. And 42 is also dead, the biggest villain of all of H and E history. But now there's only one person standing that was never a part of this. Behold, the TF2 engineer with don't mind that. Okay. So as I was saying, this guy. So he was the only man standing, and this guy was also. Oh, okay. Well, he kills the other guy, but this guy is now the only one standing in history, and he summons Big Chungus as his ally. So what they do is they shoot laser beams out of their eyes, and when they do that, the H's, the time goes backwards basically. The entire Earth gets winded like really far back. Oh wait, no, that's too far. That's too okay. As I was saying. So basically, they rewind all the way to where E existed, but this time, the H has a vision. he knows what's gonna happen. So he summons in the most god tier person in all of history. Guess what? He summons in he summons don't ask. So he summons in this beast of a monster thing. And now this guy is really strong because he's manipulated by someone behind him. But we don't talk about that. So he eats the E country. He eats the E. And then E is dead. So then the H is free to break open their country and take it. And guess what? Now there is water. Water appears. And then there's green. And then the H people live for about another 1,000 years until the 3D square the 3D whoa, this is trippy. But the 3D square comes in. He's like, what this is so weak. What the my brain is actually purple, right? But the text bubble comes in and say, but the H is like, but then the text box gets angry and he's like, grr, oh grr. But then the text box gets really mad and he's like, bah, 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 bah. So then the text box decides to abduct H country. But there's a savior. Colors guide. So basically the text box just disappears for no reason because I'm too lazy to think. But marker comes in. But there's actually been a secret this entire time. Living in the air or the water is the monster of Mr. Beast. Now this monster is really strong. Don't ask any questions, but this monster is like really powerful and he uses his claws. But then the H is tired of it and he goes super ultra god, super instinct mode. And he uses his yellow powers to make the monster, I don't even know. He makes the monster just yellow. He yellowifies the monster. Then the monster's dead. But there isn't really much left to the H history. Wait a second. So, hold on a second. If we go to YouTube, and we look up, we'll go to my channel right now, but we go here, Bremen 64, no, 4, H history, so, oh my god, why am I so quiet? This is stupid, but, the M people, wait, oh, what happens? So the M's are help. What is this? That's a secret person. Now, what happens after is basically the M. Oh, okay. But, basically, Walter White from, okay. Just say Walter, okay. Uh, don't ask. So here. So Walter White from the hit show Breaking Bad was the secret character, and what he does is he's like, ding 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 ding, and he eats the H country, and there's nothing left. But then a new civilization is formed inside of Walter White's mouth. It's a very cool. It's called the 42. No, well actually, if we let's see. So Walter White. But if we zoom right here, we will see that Walter White is an H supporter. So why would he do that? Well, if you actually go right in here, you can see that E is controlling him, which is really sad. But then the H comes in, and he's like, and he destroys Earth. And that. But then the entire screen don't. Okay. The void. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog. But then there's nothing but black. And that's it. But then the sneaky guy comes out and he says something. Now, I don't know what he says, but he says something. What is he saying? We can't, uh, oh no, the, that,